You know, one of the projects that James Gunn announced when he kind of came out and revealed the first big slate of projects that they were going to be looking at and developing for the new DCU was Paradise Lost, which was going to be based as a Themyscira based thing, as a prequel to our traditional understanding of Wonder Woman. So this would probably be set, I can't remember if he said it would be set 20 years or 50 years or 100 years or whatever, prior to Wonder Woman bursting on the scene as Wonder Woman, right? Now, we haven't heard a lot about it. And then about a week or two ago, reports came out, some of you guys even wrote into the show about it, saying and claiming that Wonder Woman's prequel series, Paradise Lost, had been scrapped. It had been canceled. And actually, I looked, you know who it came from?
Who's that?
Our friend John Roca.
Roca.
Yeah, Roca was the one who on his channel mentioned, I think it was on his show Geek Buddies. Roca's got a good channel, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
But it was on one of his show Geek Buddies, and he mentioned that it's been canceled and all that kind of stuff, so that got around. Well, James Gunn had something to say about it. Because as is coming to us from Geek Tyrants, James Gunn shuts down rumors that DC's Wonder Woman Paradise Lost series is canceled. I wrote this. It looks like we can all take a breath. The DCU's long gestating Wonder Woman prequel series is still alive and kicking. After a wave of online chatter claimed that Paradise Lost, the HBO Max series centered on Themyscira before Diane Prince ever stepped foot in man's world, had been canceled, DC Studios co-head James Gunn jumped online to clear the air, and he didn't mince words. He said, as he often does not mince words, he said the following: "Definitely not. Jesus, I go on Threads for the first time in weeks, and it's just one insanely wrong thing after another. What's going on?"
Great Odin's beard.
By Odin's beard. His black raven. All right. First of all, let's talk about the project itself. You know, that was one of the ones that kind of came up initially that I thought, are people really wanting like a Wonder Woman prequel? But you know what? I will admit that over time, I've kind of changed my thoughts on it, because I really, in the Wonder Woman movies, even in when Themyscira is represented in Justice League, I really do like Themyscira.
Yeah, I think those were all entertaining moments.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you could build something around that and make a great story out of it, you know what? It's got the potential to be the Game of Thrones of the DC universe. So, I mean, the potential's there. So I'm kind of okay with it. And I'm glad to hear that they have not scrapped it. After all, I was just about to say this. The real dark detective in the live chat just said, did anybody want Penguin? That's an excellent point. Nobody asked for a standalone Penguin. I mean, I was fascinated by it when I heard about it, but most people didn't care about that, and it ended up being one of the greatest shows ever. So I think there's a lot of potential there for Paradise Lost. So I'm glad to hear that it has not been canceled. All right. Well, then why does it continue to happen that we get reports like, oh, it's been canceled, and it just gets around and everybody accepts it? And I don't blame, and I don't think people should blame John Roca, because here's the thing, and this is why I stay out of the scoop business, because I have zero doubt. Like, I'm not going to pretend me and John Roca are like tight friends, but I know him well enough, and I respect him, and I know him well enough to know that if he says that, sources told him that that's what's happening, then I 100% believe that somebody did tell him that.
Yeah, he's not making things up.
No. Roca's not the type of guy who would be making things up.
No.
I mean, so he was told that, right? But this is why I stay out of the scoop business. And I learned this a long time ago. Back when I did the movie blog, I've brought this up a couple of times. But one of the first big scoops I ever got was I got informed by multiple sources. This is back when I was running the movie blog. Edgar Wright, director of Shaun of the Dead, was at that time still going to be directing an Ant-Man movie. And I got told in no uncertain terms by somebody I thought was pretty reliable that Adrian Brody, two-time Academy, not at the time, but two-time Academy Award-winning actor Adrian Brody was going to be Ant-Man. And I wrote on the movie blog that, guys, good news, Adrian Brody is our Ant-Man. And some places picked it up, and I was like, very proud of myself.
Yeah.
Broke my first scoop. Well, about 48 hours later, I get a message from Edgar Wright.
Oh.
Saying, no. And I remember feeling like a damn fool because so many people believe that Adrian Brody was going to be Ant-Man, and because I said it and I had what I thought were sources. And I learned a valuable lesson that in the scoop, and by the way, I have a load of respect for people who are in the scoop business and do it well. I have a load of respect, but I just realized for me, it was like, I learned a lesson that even if I do things right, okay, even if I do things right, and I get multiple sources, not just one, and I think the sources are fairly reliable, it can still turn out that I just get given the wrong information, and then I'm responsible for spreading wrong information. So I just decided I'm not going to be in the scoop business. Now, some of you may be saying to yourselves, understandably, but John, you broke that Ben Affleck, even though the world didn't believe you and called you a liar for almost a year, you're the one who broke that Ben Affleck was going to be out as Batman. Yes, but I did that because of the three sources that told me, one of them was really high up in Warner Brothers. And so that was believable. And so I stood by that one. Now, some of you might say, but John, you're the one who broke that Keanu Reeves was going to do the voice of Shadow when everybody thought it was going to be Hayden Christensen in the Sonic movie. Yes. But that's only because somebody literally in the movie told me. So on those two occasions,
Right.
I felt pretty good that I was covered in revealing that information. But other than that, I basically stay out of the scoop business, not because I don't think it's a good business. I love other guys who do it. It's just that I realized for me, it's just not for me, right?
Right.
So I just want to avoid those situations like, unfortunately, what Roka's just found himself in, where I 100% believe he absolutely got told this information. But the information he got told was wrong. And so that happens. That's why I kind of stay out of it. Anyway, bottom line here is James Gunn says Paradise Lost, the Themyscira prequel to Wonder Woman, is still happening. And I'm damn glad it is. What do you guys think about this? Are you interested in this thing, or is this kind of a head scratcher? Why not do Wonder Woman before we get Paradise Lost? I don't know. Whatever you guys think about it, jump down into the comments section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.